Round 1. Fight!
The idea of noise in fighting games is a somewhat tricky concept, but the benefits of it are very useful. This is the use of attacks, movement, and other abilities to fill the screen with activity and sound to make it more difficult to react to any one option. It makes reacting to normally fairly reactable things, such as overheads, dash-ins, and fireballs, much harder. Adding this idea to your arsenal will improve your offense, defense, and overall gameplay. As always, remember that your best options are dependent on your character, the environment of the game you're playing, your own playstyle, and many other factors, but please be sure to think critically as to which is best for you to use. I'll be using Street Fighter V to illustrate this example, but these tips can be used in any fighting game. Let's use Ryu vs Zangief as an example, with Zangief having his V-Trigger 1 active. Zangief's V-Trigger 1 is an important tool to allow Zangief to begin his offense, but simply using the move in neutral is a fast way to lose it. Here, Zangief wants to react to Ryu throwing out a move he can easily punish, such as a fireball. If all Ryu did was throw fireballs, Zangief would only have to react to Ryu doing anything at all. This is where noise, both visual and audible, comes in. The simplest layer to add is movement. Simply by walking back and forth, crouching, and jumping, Ryu can force Zangief to pay attention to many more of Ryu's other options. The next layer is to add in attacks. Ryu can whiff fast buttons in order to bait out Zangief's V-Trigger. These attacks will start to add in visual clutter, as well as extra noise to really cloud out the Zangief player's senses. After you've established these relatively safe options, Ryu can play off the load built onto the Zangief's mental stack to get away with bigger risks, allowing him to throw fireballs for free. Zangief's comeback mechanic goes from being intimidating to somewhat moot if he becomes too afraid to use it or simply uses it at the wrong time. With this, not only have you increased your defensive game by nullifying some of your opponent's best weapons, you've made your offense stronger by opening your opponent up to things like jump-ins and overheads, as reacting to anything becomes much more difficult. Learning and implementing this concept is very hard and not something you can simply lab out, so be patient with yourself and slowly work this into your gameplay. Each opponent will react differently to this, so be prepared to adapt to each one. Hopefully this makes your gameplay a little more powerful and makes your time playing fighting games a little more fun. Thank you for watching.